On this episode of the Playconomics podcast, we discuss, hey, guess what? Is ChatGPT coming for all the jobs at Ubisoft? Probably. Is TMNT making a comeback? I hope so. Atari, remember them? They're kind of back a little bit. It's a day ending in Y, so we will be discussing the Microsoft ABK acquisition. And to close the show, a Drake and Josh reference. You know it. You love it. It's the Game Sphere.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
Did not fade that intro out the way I was hoping it would.
Not even a little bit.
But welcome, one and all.
No.
Playconomics podcast. Oh, you
absolutely.
Want me to do it? Oh, you want
absolutely
me
not.
Full blast?
High energy. What do you mean? It's a live episode.
What's going on, everybody? And welcome to episode 86? 88 of the Playconomics podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Bobby Kawecki, and joined with me today, well, the FaZe Clan jersey wearing.
Last time.
He says it, but you don't believe him, do you, folks? Matt Mascari. How you doing, buddy?
You know. I'm good. You know who's not good? And I'm wearing.
Oh, that's it. We're just gonna go right past
straight
it.
into. I really don't care how your week was. No, just kidding. I'm just kidding. But I'm wearing the FaZe Clan jersey for one very specific reason. One, because it's one of the jerseys that I rotate on this podcast, and two, it's because on Friday, March 24th, 2023, FaZe Clan was officially given their notice that they will be delisted from the stock exchange.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. I was big, 100% in on FaZe Clan going public. I put a good amount of money in there, which I subsequently lost within the first 6 months.
You would not stop with that. You were calling me every day, Bobby. Bet the farm, bet the ranch and the ranch water on the FaZe Clan. And I said, Matt, I don't think I want to do that.
You should have, because if you would have invested the small price of 1.5 Mona Lisas, we would have, or no, it was the Picassos. Dang. How am I going to get our own inside joke wrong? If you would have put in 1.5 Picassos, FaZe Clan might have survived. It might have stayed listed on the stock
exchange. That's why
exchange.
You will immediately be audited, right? Like the accountant in the Discord, he's coming.
He's a CPA. He is a CPA. Get it right.
He is a subhuman, might be too nice. He is a man of federal authority that goes far beyond his station. And I'm on his good side. Okay. You not so much, man.
Listen, I said one thing about him not actually being accredited, and he got very upset. But
the CPA is like Dirty Harry, but instead of like, he's got the gun. He's like, "Are you feeling lucky, punk? Are you?" He's got one of those.
He has my earnings report.
He's got one of those old timey cash shredders. He's like, ching, 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 ching. You feeling lucky, punk? Yeah.
He's just looking at my W-2, and he's like, "You feeling lucky, punk?" It's insane. It's insane. But we love the CPA.
Did you check the right box, Roger?
Yeah. Did you check? Did you write Matthew Roger? Because if not,
you're done.
Getting audited. Still not my middle name, but one day I'll tell you.
Matt, do me a favor.
What's up?
You've decided to completely throw the show out of whack today. Okay?
I did.
These people, they come here and they want the mini topics. They want to know what we've been playing. But you're like, I'll give you the meat and potatoes, the girth of the episode right up front. Give them the girth.
The headline topic. The new format of Playconomics is we do big topic first, mini topics, what we've been playing, another big topic, close it out, keep you watching. However, what we're getting into today is really a question, and it's a question for you, Bobby. It's a question for you in the comments section.
It's like a philosophical quandary that we're being presented with.
I heard that Plato wrote about this in one of his books.
Thank Christ.
ChatGPT Will it revolutionize gaming?
Yes.
No. I need more than that. We have an hour to fill. Literally, come on.
Yes. So this is is this about the Ubisoft thing where Ubisoft was like, we're gonna help use this to write our game stuff.
So no, this article is about somebody made Snake on ChatGPT.
Congratulations. What
Yeah.
worries me more is I'll find the article to reference here, but essentially
Mhm.
Ubisoft came out and they're like, hey, we're going to use a AI platform similar to ChatGPT to give us the basis for all of our NPC dialogue. And people were inflamed by this.
They didn't want that?
They didn't want that.
Why?
Because they were like, we want every arg, yar, me hearty, shiver me timbers into skull and bones to be as authentically crafted as possible.
Are they really under the impression that Ubisoft would handle that better than an AI robot? Are we do we really believe that?
Look, go to the topic and I'll pull the other article I was talking about.
Go to what topic?
Your article here, Matt. The show's falling apart.
Oh,
God damn it.
Yeah. Literally, this is a very, very small article. It really just wanted to spark this conversation. It was somebody was very easily able to create multiple new levels of Snake by just saying, "Hey, what's Snake's programming?" And then they tweaked it a little bit just by like what questions they were asking. Got a fully functional code for Snake that they were able to just copy and paste and start playing instantly.
I'm gonna post this in the chat here while
Mhm.
I mull over this. I think this is ChatGPT is going to revolutionize everything, right? And this is not a new idea that I'm going to present to you here, but like
Mhm.
all of the NFT people
Yep.
are now AI people.
A
It's
productive use of their time.
no what I so what I'm saying is everybody who's ringing that NFT bell, right,
Yep.
is now ringing the AI bell. The
Mhm.
difference is there is actually a practical use for AI instead of being
Yeah.
like, if you want my coin, if you want Playcoin, then we will send you a picture of Matt's breakfast every day.
It was an omelet today.
Mhm.
If you had bought Playcoin, you would have known that.
And one of those is that, and the other one is, hey, we will expedite your workflow across the board, regardless of what knowledge industry you're in, 1000x.
Yeah, and I know I'll like just in the small conversations that I've had with other people, like adults working, unanimously people have been using this software to do something, some piece of their work. Government agencies, literally everything.
Will
I,
you let
I heard the C, I heard
GPT
the
do your
CPA was
taxes?
doing my
People's taxes
taxes
with
with
ChatGPT?
ChatGPT. How much did this person make this year? Yeah, I don't know, about 350.
Is the accountant just ChatGPT in human form?
I would say yes. I don't think there's
Probably.
yeah, I don't think there's any way that he is not ChatGPT.
Here's my thing, because this Ubisoft article is interesting where they are
Mhm.
proud that AI is helping write dialogue, right? This is coming to us from Luke Plunkett, some pro-union hag at Kotaku.
Wow.
The fact that
Wow.
we are even mentioning them. And this is coming from this tool called Ghostwriter is described as an AI tool developed in-house that aims to support our script writers by generating first drafts of our NPC barks. Now, an NPC bark is like a, hey, how are you? Got a quest for you. What are you buying? That's a for later in the show, and I talk about Resident Evil 4.
Yep.
That's how you get the people hooked. Here's what I'll say about this. I don't think this is going to disrupt anybody's job other than it will make it infinitely easier, and it will quickly weed out the writers who are bad and really need this versus the writers who are really good. I think, and again, not an original idea, we are slowly going to start to see as a selling point games or media across the board being like made like almost like organic, like how organic on carrots made 100% AI free.
You think that's going to be a selling point though?
Hell yeah. if you give me 2 Grand Theft Auto 6s, one with the care, finesse, understanding, and really mastery of the English language that Rockstar has displayed, or one where 60% of its NPC starting lines gave people the ideas that they ran with, I want the organic one.
I think your example is a little loaded because for something like GTA, I completely understand because of the type of game it is. And like a piece of GTA is walking around punching someone, and the audible response that you get is in itself funny.
Here's who needs this. Listen, the people at Bethesda, man, they're sign me up. They're beating down Todd, it's another Bethesda game, Todd. It's just Fallout in space. Get the robots in here, Todd.
Whatever. But it I
Todd's in there
love
like
this.
the Scarface montage where just the cash machine is just going.
So how much effort do you really think they put into those like random just like NPC barks? Like realistically, like how much effort really goes into
a good studio like a Rockstar or a CD Projekt Red, talking Witcher 3 and Red Dead 2, puts a lot of effort into it.
Yeah, but we're not.
You asked the question.
Yes, and I understand that, and I wanted you to specifically bring up companies like that because this isn't for that. This is
correct. So my point is correct. The people who can't make it without the robots will be quickly identified versus the people who can.
I don't know. I think it speeds up a relatively unnoticeable piece of your game.
Well, here's the bell that is being rung that everybody's happy about that you cannot unring.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's, let's make it happen. Woo, woo, woo. Guess what? None of these people at Ubisoft, Take-Two, EA, anywhere, and I brought up the union thing before. Let me tell you something. The last thing any of these people want is for this to get good enough where if they say, we're going to unionize, and they're going to say, hey, you know how there's fully automated McDonald's is now? I'd tell you to go get a job there, but you can't because you don't work here anymore.
Yeah, I think in its current state and what we're going to see now is it's not taking anyone's job. It might replace one person, maybe in like a grander department, but it's not cutting your dialogue department yet.
It'll never replace Paul Tassi. Get him on the pod.
I agree. Every piece of writing online is going to be AI except for Paul Tassi.
Unless he already is the AI. He broke the Turing test. He got past our basic sense of understanding.
But I think in 10 years, this is going to be so good that even the like high quality, well-known developers are using it. And I think they're just going to have an in-house way to do it where it's going to take their own information in their own database. And it's going to be the value add is going to be populating that database and giving it the correct material.
Exactly. The person who knows how to feed the prompts correctly will be the person who is the most valuable.
Yeah, and I think that's where you'll still see a Rockstar stand above the other ones because even if they're using the same software, the database and what they're asking for will be more specific and will be better. And because of that, I think even if this does completely take over, you're still going to see a gap. Where it's like
between good game companies and Microsoft, exactly.
Ubisoft, but
same thing.
Listen, your company's the one that's butthurt about us buying ABK. If we were so bad, let us buy ABK. We'll run it into the ground and have to sell it to you in 2 years. Oh, wait, that's what Activision did.
That's what Activision did. God Expenser 24. That's the t-shirt. That's what we're going with.
That's the t-shirt you want to go with. But to put a pin in this, I love literally everything that comes out of ChatGPT. Every piece of content that has been generated by it and every news story I've seen about what is it going to do in this industry? What is it going to do in this industry? And everyone I've heard of that has used it professionally loves it. And in 5 years, it's going to take somebody's job and people are going to hate it.
God, I hope Alton Brown is the first person to lose his job to ChatGPT.
It's just going to be Alton Brown
Chat
outside
eats.
of the White House.
God,
like,
yeah.
No more AI. No
Yeah.
good eats with AI.
Alton Brown is the first person to go.
It's whatever. I hope that AI somehow makes it so that Brendan Fraser never wins another freaking Oscar ever again.
Wow.
Absolute ridiculous. Absolutely
wow. Did
ridiculous.
you even see the movie?
I don't care. It's got Brendan Fraser in it. He's not a good actor. I said what I said.
The Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences would literally disagree with you on a binary
Well, if
basis.
they got their nose out of their ass, they would know. Good movies from Brendan Fraser. And I digress. I said what I said.
I don't know.
Said what
where
I
do you
said.
go? Where do you go from there? How do you
I don't
even?
know.
You just stop the momentum dead.
Yeah, I stopped the momentum dead, and you know what's going to bring it back? A comeback similar to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Because what I'm bringing to you in this Polygon article is beloved TMNT graphic novel The Last Ronin is becoming a video game.
Inspired by God of War.
Yeah, tagline inspired by God of War, which means instantly good. But I feel like that's kind of the same tagline that everyone's been using with Elden Ring, where it's Elden Ring like. Like, yes, we understand that God of War is a big name. I don't think we're gonna get a Kratos
No, listen
TMNT mashup.
Listen to me. Just hold on a second.
Oh god,
I need you to
shouldn't have said it.
Fucking relax, because The Last Ronin is a relatively new graphic novel in the TMNT verse, right?
Love it.
It's about
Mikey.
Michelangelo, yeah.
Yeah.
And all the other turtles are dead. And if you if you click on the article, this image here,
love it,
bro. It's Turtle Kratos.
Yes,
look at that arm. Look at that turtle arm.
Yeah, dude's yoked.
Absolutely jacked out of his mind. You give me a close over the shoulder version of that.
I love it.
Matt, I love TMNT. I love samurai shit. I love God. This is like the Bobby Mad Libs. Let's make something he likes.
And this is a huge rumor, but I put this on here because I needed to get your opinion and I needed to get your live reaction of this, because everything I've heard about The Last Ronin, obviously I haven't read it, but I do know that it's Mikey post the other turtles and Shredder being dead. He has all 4 weapons and he's trying to like carry on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle way. But the fact that 1, it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 2, it was a graphic novel of a very like adult TMNT.
Give him a kid.
Theme.
Give him a kid.
Yeah. Give him a kid. This is where the kid from God of War goes. He sets sail and finds the last Ronin. I absolutely love this. I would play this so much.
I would play the fuck out of this game.
And I was literally last week telling you how who even wants
you doubted, bro. You don't understand.
An RPG.
The turtle fandom goes so deep.
I was wrong. If I had known this was in the works and this was gonna get rumored, that might be my worst take on the show.
I'm excited about that new movie, that Turtles Spider-Verse movie.
Yep.
I'm excited for this, bro. The fandom is coming back in a huge way here.
I love it, and I think I want to completely say that this was all because of the Switch game. Everyone played it and was like, "Oh, this was amazing. Let's do it." And I'm 100% here for it. And I'm just scanning the article really quick because I don't remember if they said what publisher was rumored to be working on it.
Let me do this for you right now. Hold on. Can I just have the one for a second here?
Are you going to tell me what studio should do it?
I will do this for you right now.
Okay, yeah. This is what I was trying to get to. It's Paramount Global.
Yeah, nobody knows what that is. There's such a Lego click here.
Mm-hmm. If you say Insomniac, I'm going to punch you through this freaking camera.
Nope. Rocksteady. Listen good. Stop with the Suicide Squad game. Here it is. Just do it. It's a slam dunk. Make it happen.
Do you want to hear my take?
I guess. Is it also Rocksteady?
It's Ninja Theory.
Oh my god.
I saw the new gameplay for Hellblade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
Yeah, I bet. Just let me know when it comes out, though.
Don't care. Literally don't care. This could come out in 2025. This is the biggest piece of faith of like hope and desire for an Xbox game that I've gotten since Halo Infinite, and that was drowned in so much skepticism.
Yeah, what I'll say is Ninja Theory has the potential under a correct company to be a Naughty Dog killer.
Stop it.
Listen, I have no reason to think that under Xbox leadership that this is gonna be good. I love the first Hellblade. I love the first. I thought it was very, very novel idea. Sold very well.
It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, when it comes out, if it comes out,
it'll come out. It'll come out right around 3-4 months after the first Microsoft Call of Duty. But
10 years from now.
10. It's Hellblade 2 is not coming out 10 years from now. In 10 years from now, AI is going to be finishing video games, and we don't need it to finish Hellblade 2. But I really, really wanted to talk about this TMNT thing, so we couldn't not make it onto the show. And you gave me every reaction that I thought I did, and they did an amazing job with this picture of The Last Ronin on this article.
My god, bro, that is when you're like, hey, we want to make a God of War Ninja Turtles game, you could not have picked a better key art than that.
Dude's bicep is bigger than his turtle head.
That is my ideal body type.
Green?
I'm jacked out of my face.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going for half human, half turtle. I get you.
I mean, whatever works, man. I don't judge. I might buy this graphic novel right now. I'm telling you.
I would low-key, as like the more we talk about it, the more I'm thinking about buying it. And it's something that's just like a complete blast from the past.
Mm-hmm.
And that reminds me of Atari.
That was a good segue.
I'll give another blast from the past that we got this week. This is an article from Engadget. Atari buys the game studio behind System Shock Remake. And I'm going to let everyone know I didn't do a lot of due diligence on this one.
Good.
Because the article tagline got me. Completely got me. And it looks like it's buying Night Dive Studios, is the company in charge of System Shock. I don't even care about any of that. I care that Atari has made the news for the first time since like 1998.
That sounds about right.
And that's it. That's the whole reason I brought this up. Because I'm not going to lie, until I saw this article, I really thought Atari was nowhere to be found. I didn't know that they were still doing things. They were still relevant. I'm happy to see
Atari is like that, like people in the camera world who shoot film just to tell you that they shoot film.
Yeah, like, is this going to come out as like arcade only?
I don't know. Listen, Atari is a defunct company with less and less brand relevance as the days go on. There's absolutely nothing of value that Atari could provide to the general public.
If I was to ask you off air, what's your top five Atari games? Would you be able to do it?
Pong?
Future segment. Don't do it now. Don't do it. It's going to be a whole short. What are you doing? We're live. Now everyone knows number one.
Exit tab.
You ruined the entire thing. But that's all I wanted to talk about with Atari. I was just really hyped that it was in the news.
Can we go to what we're? I was gonna say, can we go to what we're playing before we unfold? I can't.
Sure, I know you're literally just bursting out for Resident Evil 4. Just tell me how it is. Just say it.
It is so good. It is everything I needed it to be.
Hey, cancel the podcast twice just to play it.
And it is just okay. So quick example here. There are things that like looks great, plays great, quality of life stuff, fantastic, amazing, perfect, great, cool,
Love
awesome.
it. 100%.
playing it with a guide, playing it with a collectibles guide, a written one, not a video one, so I don't spoil anything for me. But I will be going for the platinum. 6 playthroughs. I'm gonna do it. Making my stake right now. I will not buy. I'm not saying I won't play, but I will not buy another game until I platinum Resident Evil 4 remake.
Okay,
Take that to
so
the bank.
six playthroughs. What are we talking about per playthrough?
So it's first one is just play through all collectibles. Any difficulty. Second one is any difficulty, only knife and pistol, don't talk to the merchant. Third one is like super hard mode, and you can use the infinite rocket launcher. Second
Okay.
one is super hard mode in under a certain time, but you can't use any of the bonus weapons like the infinite magnum or the infinite machine gun.
Mhm.
And then one more like extra really hard run in under a certain amount of time.
That's not terrible. It does suck that it is 100%.
Well, I'm
You
getting
need
the
to do
100% one out now. That's the thing.
No. I'm saying like you have to play 6 playthroughs. Like there's no way that you can do these in one-ish playthrough.
No,
'Cause,
no, that's not their style. That's
yeah,
not their
they're like
style.
designated to make you just replay the game. And I mean, because how long is the game?
Probably 16 hours ish, I'd say.
So it's 16 hours. I'm not
And
mad at them
that's
for doing
completion
that.
is 16 hours because one of the trophies is doing it in under 4, meaning if you know what you're doing.
Okay. So my thing is, do you think
that this is the best Resident Evil game of all time, the definitive way to play part 4? Yes, yes, and yes.
110%? Do you think there's ever times where companies bake in trophies and things like that as a form of replayability?
100%. 100%.
Because it for a 16-hour game, apparently, if you really, really, really know what you're doing.
Well, that's where one of the trophies is, and you have to know what you're doing. Yeah.
Replayability in that type of game is hard to come by in just gameplay features, because I'm assuming there's not too much variation in the game of what you can do.
Yep.
Trophies are an amazing way to do that. There's obviously difficulties, and I think this is the difference, and it might just be because I'm completely uninterested in them and I haven't seen them through Xbox because Xbox has achievements. This may be something where Sony's just blowing Xbox out of the water, because I've never talked to anybody that plays Xbox and they're really, really into achievements. Everyone that plays PlayStation
is into platinums.
Yes, in some way, shape, or form, knows what it is. I had to check on Xbox to see if can I do this on Xbox? Like, do they give me an achievement for completing all the achievements?
There is no achievement for all the achievement. Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Because I know your personality and your addiction triggers.
Yep.
The minute you pop your first platinum, you're going to be hooked.
I don't think I ever will.
Let me put a pin in Resident Evil 4 with one story in terms of adding without subtracting. So there is and this is only if you're like a savant like me. In the very early parts of the game, you walk by like this road, like you're on a straight road and there's like house over here, like diagonally set up, right? And if you're really good, if you go into the first house, there's nothing in there. There's ammo, which the game is saying, hey, go into the second house. And if you go into the second house, there's a guy like behind the corner that if you're going slow enough, you can see through the wood. But if you're just going and you're excited, if it's a first playthrough, right? And they kept that guy there. And that is like such a, good, right? So they kept that the same. Then there is a part where there's a character in the game, and in the original, you find him, he's locked in like a wardrobe.
Yeah.
He's being held prisoner, right? And as you approach the house, you hear like the knocking from the inside, right? And like I knew exactly what it was. Like, okay, he's in there. We let him out, and then you progress to the cutscene. And you're going, and you're going, and you're going, and you're going, and then you turn the corner where I expected the wardrobe to be, and it's a guy with a hammer hitting the floor. And I'm like, oh my god, that is so like not what I like. They knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, that's good.
Exactly what they were doing. And then that guy is in the basement. He's being held captive. Like he's hammering like a hatch and the door shut, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like that very clear, like, we know exactly what you think this is, and it is that thing, but it's not.
Yeah. Like if
I,
you played the first one, this is just a little nod that like we know you've been here before.
yep.
Love
I
to see
will
it.
say
Thanks
though,
for playing.
they new merchant voice, I hate it. And maybe
Oh,
just because that first one, like, what are you buying, is
it's
so iconic.
it's because it wasn't done with AI. That's why you hate
Exactly.
it. That's why you hate it.
Genuinely, and I know you're like, oh, it can't be game of the year right now.
Fucking stop.
So hold on. Can I just say one more thing?
Before I completely just disregard this whole take you're
Matt,
about
but
to make,
it's the
has
first game that
any
is sentiment.
has any has any remake ever won Game of the Year?
No, but that doesn't mean it didn't deserve to.
No. Which one deserved to?
If and you played this, so if Final Fantasy VII Remake came out 19, which was a light year, I would have put Final Fantasy VII Remake as game of the year because that is just a fantastic game.
Hold on. What won?
In 19, Red Dead? No.
You want to tell me that Final Fantasy VII Remake would have beat Red Dead 2?
No, but it was in the conversation. Like, it was that good.
Listen, I'm not saying it can't be in the conversation. I'm just saying, under no circumstances do I think it's gonna win.
Oh, no.
Game of the Year for 2019 was Sekiro. There is no shot.
Oh. See, I think Sekiro is the pity win for FromSoft. I think if they had held out like they deserve for Elden Ring, I don't think they deserve Game of the Year for Sekiro. And I love Sekiro. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a much better game than Sekiro. Top to bottom, all around, left and right.
You're just insane.
Anyway, last thing on the Resident Evil train, because I will be talking about this for a while. There is a famous scene early on. It's that first village, a mob where they're attacking you and you're in the village and there's a guy with a chainsaw. Normally, you have to play and defeat enough enemies and a cutscene will trigger where a bell in a church rings and then they kind of mill around. They're mind controlled, right? I saw a Twitter video today and I don't know if this is the case in the original. If it is, that's amazing. But in the remake, if you're in New Game Plus and you have the sniper with the scope, you can zoom far enough on the map where you see the church and you can shoot the bell and immediately end the fight. And I was like, oh, I love that.
And they kept it?
They definitely added it because I'm almost positive that wasn't in the original. All this to say, current game of the year. Let's see. I don't know.
Listen.
Fucking Fields of Stars. I don't know the fuck bullshit is.
I'm putting more of my stock into Redfall than I am. Like, I would rather Redfall do well than Starfield.
Yeah, I feel like Phil Spencer does not share your sentiment on that one.
I agree, but I'm not in. Halo brought me back into the sci-fi and then immediately lunged me as far out as you could possibly go. Starfield is not a game for me. I'm hoping it does well. I'm hoping it's really good. I want Elder Scrolls. I don't really care about Starfield. I'm going to say it. I'm going to play it because I have to. And I've been on the it's going to be good train for too long. So I will buy it. I will play it. It'll be on Game Pass. So it's not like I have to
for
pay for it.
Starfield, as they say.
Yeah. I'm not as excited about it because space does just nothing for me.
You love that shit.
No.
If you wake up early for space.
Just give me a laser sword instead and the game would be cool. Laser sword, laser shield.
Give me
laser
liberty
magic.
or give me space. That's what George Washington said. All right, what are you playing? Tell the people how much you love Last of Us and how far in it you are.
I'm going to say everything. I'm going to start with everything but The Last of Us because I know you're going to tune out everything I say after that. 1, Apex Legends, obviously. The issue with Apex Legends I'm having right now is I now have 4 friends. And you can't play Apex with 4 people. So we switched to
What a
Fortnite.
game. And I still haven't gotten an invite.
We switched to Fortnite. I played once this week. I played Fortnite once
You want
for
to play
about
right
2
after
hours.
this? You want to play right after this, bud?
I'm playing with the boys.
Mm-hmm.
On Xbox. We don't take kindly to PlayStation.
Fucking with your Naruto skin. All right, what else?
So I've been playing Fortnite, Xbox, or Apex. I finished Fire Emblem Engage. And before you completely disregard everything I'm saying, the story, typical Fire Emblem, not what you're there for. Gameplay, if you enjoy tactical RPGs, strategy RPGs, Fire Emblem Engage is not only one of the best Fire Emblem games you could play for strictly gameplay. If you want story, go play one of the other ones. And in the strategy RPG world, I do not think you would be disappointed. It's so good. And it's so addicting. And by the end of like the last 7 or 8 chapters or so, it's taking you an hour and a half to beat each level. And you were just completely entranced the entire time.
You see the Matrix.
It's so good. Fantastic. Absolutely love it. Big fan. Story was dog shit. But what are you going to do? It's Fire Emblem. Some of their stories are
listen,
fine.
man,
Some of them are
I
bad.
have a big trip in May, a fun family trip, an overseas trip, where I'm going to have like 7-8 hours of playing time, right? And in this trip, I was like, well, do I get Metroid Prime? Do I get Triangle Strategy? And then I'm like, I'll have the RE4 Platinum, and then I could just buy Zelda.
Yeah, definitely play Zelda instead. I can tell you right now, if you picked up Fire Emblem Engage within 50, I'd give you about 10. I'm trying to think of what the sequence of the first chapter is.
How many medium to close-up shots of feet are there?
None.
I don't
None.
believe you.
They don't do feet. They just make very, very, very huge boobed anime women.
People.
Every time. But I would give you about, depending on if the cutscene happens before the gameplay, and the gameplay is weak in the first chapter anyway. So depending on how long it takes you
Game
to
of the
beat,
year.
no, in no way, shape, or form. It's not. I don't think Fire Emblem
in the first chapter.
the game it's weak in the first chapter because you don't have any abilities, you don't have any unit. Like you have one person, and it's literally a tutorial where they tell you, "Hey, go hit this person."
When are you going to play Project Cocktail Path Traveler 2?
Never.
Tell us about Last of Us, man.
So I started playing The Last of Us, and I'm with Bill still. I know I haven't been playing video games much since the last time me and you talked.
Other than Apex, Fortnite, and all your other nonsense.
I played The Last of Us most recently.
Good. Okay.
So I was playing The Last of Us, and the scene that you meet Bill
It's great.
has got to be one of my favorite video game experiences of all time. Keep in mind, I'm playing on story mode because Sarah was supposed to play it with me. And then she was like, nah, I'll just watch. It's like the show. I'm just going to watch. I'm like, all right, fair. So I have to increase the difficulty now. But when they flip you upside down and you were physically shooting upside down, trying to keep them off of Ellie while she tries to cut you down right before Bill comes in, spoiler, it's an old game, don't care, is peak video game tension. And honestly, I have no idea how you would do that on a higher difficulty, because I was struggling in story mode just because your bullets don't really do much.
Well, that's what makes it scary.
Yeah, like I don't like if they could have added like 2 or 3 more like of the runners,
Infected.
I would have been screwed.
But do you not love it?
Oh, I do. It's fantastic. It I think a little bit of my experience is cheapened because I've been playing it on story mode, because I could borderline walk behind the
Yeah, that's one of those things where you got to play it on like regular or one notch above regular to really get it.
Because like what are they? The clickers they're annoying,
But they're not.
because they just slow you from walking. Like they just
Yeah.
slow you from doing it as fast as possible. But they're almost no threat.
Yeah, you're
in
not
story
scared of
mode.
them, which you
Yeah.
need to be.
However, if you get caught, even on story mode, you're dead instantly.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
one of them screams and you're just like, oh, cool, game's over. And I tried to run one time through the level, because I was like, fuck, they saw me. Let me just run. They lock things off so that you have to interact with them, and you'll never interact with them fast enough to. It was the courtyard when you're with Bill.
Oh yeah, there's like a grave. There's like you're in like a graveyard. You're going down those steps.
Yeah, and he has to unlock the gate.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, I found where I need to go. This is the gate. And I'm like, I gotta wait for him to walk over here and unlock it. Yeah. And and then I got eaten. But very fun, big fan. And I take back my complaint about the weapon circle.
Which is actually like a cross, not a circle, but yeah.
No, so yes, I mean, sure. But the reason I was having such a difficult time switching weapons is because I was switching between two pistols.
But
so you have
to have like a shotgun and stuff by this
I
point.
hadn't gotten them yet. So like I was trying to I was out of revolver and tried to switch to my regular pistol. And I was like, this takes forever. Who's gonna ever do this? Like, who would physically do this? And then I was switching between shotgun and pistol, or sniper and pistol. Way easier.
You've seen the error of your ways.
Yeah, and also the triggers are fantastic.
Fucking love them, right?
Triggers
way better than the Elite.
I still like the Xbox
of course
controller
you do.
better.
Of course you fucking do. It's a day ending in Y, so just give us an update on the ABK thing. I'm not even gonna push back with basic logic, but you.
So no. So UK regulator now says this is reading directly from the article title right now. GameIndustries.biz, where you get the finest video game news of all time. We
second
love the
finest
website.
Playconomics, but yeah.
Yeah, whatever. In written form, finest in written form. They don't have a podcast that I know of. UK regulator now says Call of Duty exclusivity would be a significant significantly loss making for Microsoft. I don't love your wording there, but that's fine. So update: Microsoft and Activision provide statements after the CMA updates provisional findings to say Activision acquisition would not harm console competition. This article, and I'm going to quote 2 paragraphs from it, embodies everything that I've been saying about the ABK merger or the ABK acquisition. And I read directly from the article. Having considered the additional evidence provided, we are now provisionally concluding that the merger will not result in a substantial lessening of competition in the console gaming services, because the cost of Microsoft withholding Call of Duty from PlayStation would outweigh any gains taken from such action. Our provisional view is that the deal raises concerns in cloud marketing, is not affected by today's announcements. Our investigation remains closed or remains on course for completion at the end of April. So the big deal with this is the cloud gaming, which I'm completely baffled that is not getting more attention, because compared to Game Pass, everyone else is going to get shuttered if ABK is acquired. That would hold this deal up, and I kind of see the argument there. Call of Duty is just the barest leg to stand on, because it could never be exclusive. It is a multiplayer game at its core, and the biggest value of Call of Duty is that everyone in the world plays it. It'll never be exclusively on Xbox. It'll never be a timed release. It always has to come out on all consoles at all time, because the more people playing your game and the more of my high school buddies that I can say, you guys hopping on COD tonight?
Which you've never done to me.
Because I don't like you. So The
Hey.
more times that happens, the better your games do. And that is why Call of Duty has had such success for so long, is because everyone plays it. And everyone's going to continue to play it. Now, Xbox just gets a bigger cut. The cloud gaming thing, deeply concerned about. Deeply concerned about, because they will shutter literally everybody if Game Pass happens.
I share your disenfranchisement on the cloud gaming thing. We talk about this so much that, yeah, okay, just make it happen or don't. At this point, it is tiring to keep discussing this for more than a year at this point.
Gotcha. And do you know what we aren't tired of talking about? Because no one in the gaming sphere is talking about right now. GameIndustries.biz. Another article from there. Also, James Batchelor. Didn't credit him for the last article. But here we go. Amazon Luna launches in the UK, Germany, and Canada. And I want to get your opinion on this. And I am 95% sure I know what your answer is going to be. Why is no one talking about Amazon?
Because they haven't made a big enough splash within the space. Nobody's talking about them because they have no reason to talk about them. And originally, I thought that they were making a console called the Game Sphere. Put up a picture from the 2005 classic Drake and Josh here for the audience to see.
Yep,
Absolute
love it.
classic.
It is spherical.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They have enough of a shot to go for it, but they clearly don't see it as a soft enough opportunity for them to make inroads in.
Because
I think New World was Amazon, right? That debacle.
Yes. Yeah. And I think you are exactly right that they haven't made a big enough splash. My question is why? Why
Just not worth their time. Just not worth their time. They have too many other business pillars outside of it. Look.
So then why do it?
If I was Amazon, I would look to offload Twitch. Twitch is a dying site. I would sell Twitch for parts if I was Amazon, because it's not like I don't know what to do or how to revolutionize it. There are new platforms coming out that are eating Twitch's lunch every single day, chief among them being YouTube.
Yeah.
Either you're in the game or you're not in the game. And clearly it doesn't seem like they are.
Yeah, I think Twitch, we've talked about Twitch ad nauseum, how they're going on legacy more than anything else. They still do put up very good numbers. I'd like to see at the end of 2023 if those numbers reflect any of the same, where we're seeing like a 70% market share is all Twitch. And I think it was 21% was YouTube. And then after that was like Facebook gaming and blah, 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 blah. But do you think they only launched, like, let's say Amazon doesn't have Twitch. Do you think they're launching Luna? Or do you think this is I
think it was a flavor of the moment. Google had Stadia, Amazon had Luna, and now we're here. And neither one of them is relevant any longer.
What makes Luna relevant?
Nothing.
So what if Amazon bought Microsoft deal doesn't go through, and for some God-given reason, Amazon buys ABK, puts Call of Duty exclusive to Luna? Does it kill Call of Duty, or does it make Luna good?
Both. Luna is good because now it has people on the platform, and Call of Duty is bad because it's detracted from its core user base.
Yeah, so you would say that making Call of Duty exclusive would be bad business?
Yeah, which is exactly what Microsoft's going to do.
Oh my God. It's just not. But we could put a pin in it there. Thanks again for watching.
Yeah. You're just going right into the outro.
I was going to go right into the outro unless you wanted to talk about ABK any more than you.
No, I would rather stick a hammer into my ear.
Good, because that's what the people at Ubisoft are currently doing instead of making video games. When is the pirate game going to come out? I don't even remember. Skull and Bones. When is Skull and Bones going to come out? We don't know. But
what we do know is if you want a quality product at a decent price that really embodies the American spirit and all those values that you hold near and dear, Philip Morris cigarettes.
Cigarettes, yeah.
Breathe in relief. Sponsor Playconomics. Listen, all of these people with these athletic greens and Casper mattresses and Blue Apron and all this other bullshit.
We want to get sponsored by Philip Morris and cigarettes.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Name one podcast that would have the balls to be like Marlboro Reds. They're Marlboro Reds.
With that, thanks again for watching or listening to the Playconomics podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, give us a follow on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Give us a listen on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Give us a sub on YouTube so that you never miss any episodes regarding video games and news breakdown. Join the Playconomists on Discord, and remember, as always, say it.
Oh, you happy gaming?
Yeah,
I think it's your line.
Bobby got to say it.
Oh, okay. And next time you go to buy cigarettes at the gas station, use code Uncle Matt. Good night, everybody.